What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now and Ever, and welcome back to another Cocoro update. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Okay, so it's actually been about 10 days since I last covered Cocoro. You can see that it's currently sitting at a $1.17 million market cap. And to be completely honest with you guys, from a technical analysis standpoint, not a whole lot has changed since my last video. And I've been getting a lot of questions as to whether or not I'm still bullish just because price action is continuing to bleed. And what I want to point out for Cocoro is that from a narrative standpoint and just from a fundamental standpoint, nothing has changed. If you look at the crypto market as a whole, it is very indecisive right now. You can see that Bitcoin is 102,200. If you look at Ethereum, it's 3,400. And I'll go over technical analysis at the end of the video, but if you look at Bitcoin from a technical analysis standpoint, we are currently beneath the 50 weekly moving average. So there is a lot going on in the market right now that is out of Cocoro's control. If you look at Cocoro on CoinMarketCap, you can see that the volume is actually still very good. Cocoro's volume is 317K. That is still 26.7% from a volume to market cap ratio. A lot of microcap projects do not have this good of volume. And I do want to talk about how much Cocoro is actually down right now. So obviously, if you look at the all-time high, you can see that Cocoro is down 95.96% from its all-time high 6 months ago. Believe me, I am not going to sit here at all and act like Cocoro is not down a lot. It absolutely 100% is. However, I want to make sure you guys understand what else is going on in the market. You look at something like Nero. Nero is down 94.5% from its all-time high 1 year ago. And Nero was easily one of the hottest projects at the end of 2024. This project got a Binance listing and it went absolutely parabolic and ran over $1 billion market cap. And as we stand, Nero is down 94.5%. So it's basically down the same as Cocoro right now, but Cocoro never had the massive explosion. And Cocoro has had a lot of bad things that have happened to them. They've had like 3 or 4 X accounts suspended, a Telegram that was hacked and deleted, and then the whole Uniswap issue. So the fact that it's very comparable to Nero right now is pretty telling. And as I said in my last Cocoro video, the reality of Cocoro is it is no longer a $30 million market cap. Do not treat this project as if it is such. You have to look at things as they are right now. If you were to buy Cocoro at this very moment, you are buying a project that is a $1.1 million market cap. Cocoro is a microcap project. However, it has a much larger name than most microcaps in the same market cap range. That's the way that you have to look at this. Now, yes, there are obviously still issues, mainly the Uniswap issue. That still has not been resolved, and to be honest with you, I have no idea if it ever will get resolved. As I've said many times, I would not blame anyone who would not want to get into this project until that issue gets resolved. I have to be objective about that. But in terms of catalyst, if it gets fixed, it could be a very nice spike for Cocoro. The other thing I want to make sure you guys understand is that HTX is still posting about them. This is the HTX community page on November 6th. And you can see right here, this is their most recent post that had a bunch of meme coins on it. But if you click on this post, you can see that Cocoro is right up here in the top left corner. Now, does this mean that HTX is ever going to list Cocoro? No, it does not. They have been teasing Cocoro for many months at this point. I'm not saying that. I just want to make sure you guys understand that they are at least still on the radar. So there absolutely is a chance that price action still does someday reverse. The main thing that Cocoro has going for them is that they have an incredibly strong community. This community is extremely resilient. I challenge you right now, if you guys have any interest in investing in this project, or if you're already invested, most of you guys are probably already in the Telegram, but if you are not in the Telegram, go join the Telegram. You're going to see a lot of very dedicated members. And at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for with a meme coin. The reality of the meme coin market is that it does truthfully take a lot of luck for a project to succeed. You can do everything the right way as a project, but sometimes things just have to break right for you. With Cocoro, not a whole lot has gone right for them over the last few months, but that doesn't mean that it can't in the future. But that's about it for the Cocoro side of things. I quickly just want to give you guys a Bitcoin update. And I already talked about this at the beginning of the video, but if you look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, you can see that we are just beneath the 50 weekly moving average. This is a very important level. If you actually zoom out and you just look at the previous macro pullbacks, they've pretty much all came back to the 50 weekly moving average. This macro pullback right here, it came down and retested the 50 weekly. Then we had a very nice spike. This macro pullback came down, yet again, retested the 50 weekly. Very nice spike. And you can see that we are retesting that level yet again. Now, if you look at the stochastics, we are also extremely oversold at this point. What happened every single time we've had extremely oversold stochastics? Very oversold right here, very nice explosion. Very oversold right here, very nice explosion. Very oversold right here, very nice explosion. And we've even seen very nice breakouts during the depths of the bear market. That's how strong historically this indicator has been. So when I see extremely oversold stochastics, it tells me that there's a very good chance that we do get some sort of a bounce. Is it guaranteed we put in new all-time highs? No, it's not. But I know there are a lot of people who think we're heading into a bear market right now. Just understand where we're at from an indicator standpoint. Not to mention, as I've said in many of my previous videos, we now know that quantitative tightening is ending on December 1st. And we've had consecutive rate cuts, and M2 global liquidity is at an all-time high. There are a lot of things that would suggest we could go higher. Not to mention, there are also a lot of people who are starting to predict that we could actually start QE. As we know, QT is bearish for risk on assets. QE is very bullish. It was quantitative easing during the last altcoin season, and we have not seen quantitative easing since then. We have been in quantitative tightening ever since. So just be very careful right now getting shaken out of the market. But as always, if you guys are interested in Cocoro, market updates, and just getting into projects super early in general, then I always recommend coming over and taking a look at my Discord. If you look at the all-time gainer list, we've hit some huge multipliers in here this cycle. But if you'd like to be a part of this community, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to have you guys in here with us. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are feeling about Cocoro. If you enjoyed this content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.